They'll make a nice compilation of all the hot takes you've had over the years and spread it around to justify your murder. You don't get it, do you? We are all
deep fat fried.
If someone wants to dance on my grave, you know what? That person still deserves health care. We gotta give the people what they want, Scotty. Are you ready for this shit?
Yeah.
23 minutes long.
All right. So
jeez,
look, I'll
titty.
save every
Christ.
a lot of time. ShoeOnHead's an idiot. Thank you. Good night.
All right, I think we covered it.
Good night. Damn it, I tried. All right, I guess we'll do it. Fuck. I tried.
Fuck, I was gonna roll with it.
Maybe I don't know.
But
probably at least speed it up.
No, I mean, whatever. Watch.
we have to watch this stupid thing. We can't get away with it.
People shell that. I ain't gonna fucking do you guys like that. No, Crafty, we're not gonna pay you a cent. How dare you?
Get out of here, Crafty.
How dare you insinuate would pay you a cent?
Since when do you get paid shit, motherfucker?
And in fact, we're sending you a bill right now.
Yeah, you owe us money for the fucking privilege of editing for us.
Yeah, we're sending you a bill as we
you
speak.
little bitch.
I'm canceling
fucking dare you.
I'm canceling the invoice you send me and sending you one instead.
All right, well, delaying it ain't gonna fucking make it any easier. Let's go.
On September 10th, Charlie Kirk was giving a
She talks too fast. I can't speed it up.
You can't. Guys, take this
talk
seriously.
at Utah Valley University, and out of nowhere, he was shot dead live.
He was shit dead?
He was shot.
He was shit dead?
What the fuck retarded description of what fucking happened, dude? He was shot dead live.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna boost.
What? As opposed to him being dead when he was shot? Shooting a corpse isn't the same as shooting a live person.
Her audio is fucking dog shit. It's fucking quiet.
But of course, that's why she has 2.3 million subscribers. Well, she doesn't need to.
Decent audio.
She does not need to. It's not
the
necessary.
Faustian bargain, right?
Yeah, the quality not necessary. Just post dog shit. Parrot whatever other dumbass opinion she's heard. Take it to the fucking bank, baby.
Is ShoeOnHead channel dead? Far from it.
No. She's got 1 million views for this video.
This video was only uploaded yesterday.
Bruh, she just
1.2 million fucking.
She just grifted like over 1 million views. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Businesses are booming.
For being like so goddamn rich and shit. Her mic sounds like shit.
Doesn't matter. Faustian bargain, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
In front of a bunch of college kids, in front of his wife and his 2 children.
I don't believe that they were actually there.
I believe the reporting was his wife was there. Originally it was his whole family. I think it was just his wife was there.
And I don't think the country is ever going to be the same.
Country will never be the same again. What is the definition of a vacuous statement? I mean, like literally, if I take a shit, the country won't be the same again.
But because of everything that followed, the dark, disturbing realization that we may not be on the same page as our coworkers, classmates, friends, neighbors.
Did ChatGPT write this shit?
Is this baby?
ChatGPT wrote this goddamn video.
Because I guarantee this. She didn't write this fucking shit,
like
bro.
fucking baby's freaking first political discussion of modern America, dude. The country is divided. Wow, what has the country not been divided by some stupid fucking shit, dude? What has it ever happened in the history of this fucking country? The answer is never.
Doctors, when it comes to the issue of
who are your coworkers exactly, ShoeOnHead?
Nobody.
Tell us about your coworkers and their reactions, because we'd all like to know about that. Coworkers.
You know what she means by that? She looked at the reaction on the internet. That's what she means. But it's your coworkers. It's your doctor. If you get your oil changed, if you go to a fast food place, there might be interacting with someone who politically disagrees.
Could there be a communist in your town?
Dun dun dun.
Apparently, the guy that runs that arcade. He's a communist.
I like her videos. Good for you, man.
You can like whatever the you want, bro.
Yeah, man. You know, you got.
I ain't telling you what to like, dog. I'm just saying I don't like it.
Like what you like, my man. Make sure to split this 4 ways and make sure the platform gets the biggest portion. We will.
Yeah, we have a choice.
I was crashing out on Twitter a few days ago, just stream of consciousness posting about it with run-on sentences and everything. 4 days.
Yeah, always the best thing to do.
Cool. Good for you. And I'm glad you were emotionally vulnerable on Twitter.
Later, I have a clearer head, but I still feel the exact same way. So we are going to talk about what happened. We're going to talk.
Well, that's kind of weird, because usually if you've crashed out and then you get a clear head, you don't feel the same way. Usually that means you've introduced a little bit more nuance into the equation. So,
or maybe she's kind of subtly telling us that she's still crashing out.
Why is she also dressed like Little House on the Prairie, dude? What the fuck?
She always dresses like that.
Okay, I did not know. I have mainly avoided her.
Yeah,
because...
she's got like heavy Wednesday Addams complex, I think.
Oh, I see. She thinks she's pulling that off. Okay.
Yeah.
About the aftermath. And then we're going to get a little personal because frankly, I don't see the country the same anymore. And I know a lot of you feel the exact same way. So we're going to talk about it after we talk about it.
Sleep the last, I don't know, your entire fucking life, dude. You just fucking, you're just sleepwalking through your existence.
Everything else.
I'm just incredible.
Charlie Kirk was not a healthcare CEO. He was not a powerful politician. And let me be 100% clear, I'm not...
What is this, dude?
So it began.
What is this? What, like?
Are we trying to deny that he was like influential?
Yeah, like he was super influential. What are you fucking talking about? I don't like the guy, and I can fucking tell you he had massive fucking influence.
Yeah.
I mean, just what? He wasn't a he was way more powerful than a fucking healthcare CEO. Way more. Not. I mean, that's fucking ignorance. In this day, in the age of the influencer, where people like you get all this attention and have all this fucking sway in society, you're like, he wasn't a healthcare CEO. God, just so it's like just so ignorant. You're not even aware of what you are in the ecosystem that you're in.
Oh, she is.
No, she's not really. If there's anyone if anyone bumble into
here's the
this, it is ShoeOnHead, dude. I fucking promise you.
Dude, let me tell you something. Never assume that what she says and what she believes are the same thing, because
I don't think she really believes in anything.
Well, then you know, because this is a chick, man. Let me tell you something. They might as well call her fucking weather vane, because whichever way the wind's blowing,
yeah,
that's
exactly
where she's reacting. Because like 2016, she's a Bernie, bro. 2020, she's fucking back to flirting with the Trump shit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And now, now that there's a right-wing takeover of the whole country, she's making sure that she fucking lets everybody know what side of the divide she fucking stands.
Yeah, she's just a fucking parrot, dude. What are more people
wherever the cultural momentum and cultural energy is, you can bet your bottom dollar she will be there.
Oh, tomorrow it's leftism. Oh, God, I've always been a leftist, guys. Let me put my Antifa hat on.
Let me tell you something. If the cultural zeitgeist at the moment was by and large Charlie Kirk, he's a Nazi, if that was the dominant sentiment in this culture,
that's the video we'd be getting.
She would be memeing on his death all day long and dancing on his goddamn grave. But since that's not where the zeitgeist is, here she stands giving us this shit.
Saying this to say that it's okay when those people are murdered. My point is that those are positions of power that most people cannot relate to. Like, the average person is just so far removed from that world. But I think what happened to
Charlie Kirk had no power, you guys.
Yeah, he was just
he was
just
powerless.
A voice in the darkness.
Yeah.
It's not like he was connected to the administration that rules the country.
It's not
like he was getting money from Israel. It's not like he had an audience of millions of people that hung on his every word.
Wait a minute. Who was Charlie Kirk, and why should I care that he was shot?
He was just like you and me, guys.
Was he not just some, beneath notice waif?
Apparently.
Did we ever get the toxicology report on Charlie?
Charlie is hitting differently because, like I said on Twitter, he was just a fucking guy. He was
just an average guy.
He was just an average dude, right? Yeah, dude. When I die, I'm sure the president's gonna be the one to break the news to everybody. I'm sure that millions of people are gonna be tuning in on
just
social
your
media.
Typical everyday Joe who has met the president, who commands an audience of millions of people, who gets dark money from Israel. Just your everyday Joe six-pack out there in the world.
Who has gotten famous for influencing a bunch of college students to lean more right. Oh, okay. But not influential at all.
Podcaster. He was a guy who talked about...
All right, we got some money here, and money always takes precedence. Paul, I know you said the original screenshot of your avatar captured your soul, but holy fuck, that depiction of you as a wizard is glorious.
I know. Thank you. Thank Chat GPT, I think, or whatever image.
Yeah, thank that also for
Yeah.
ShoeOnHead's video here, because this is
Yeah, it's written by that. Yeah.
this does not feel like her authentic voice. But hey, we're well past any sort of age of authenticity at this point.
About politics. He was a guy who had conservative beliefs. Not everyone knows a billionaire CEO or a powerful politician, but they do know somebody with conservative beliefs. They
You know who did know many powerful CEOs and politicians?
Who did?
Oh,
Charlie
that?
Kirk,
what?
that everyday Joe. Strange.
Who knew who knows was buddies with the president? Apparently,
You know, if you
Charlie
want to be
Kirk?
sad about the death of
Oh.
Charlie Kirk, fine, whatever. Hey, you know, you can have whatever
You be
feelings
sad
you
whatever the
want.
fuck you want. Yeah.
But don't try to sell me this bullshit like Charlie Kirk was some average Joe six-pack, because he was not.
He's the kind of guy you can just go have a bar with, TJ. Real down.
So Armored Skeptic still he hasn't been tapping this for a long time.
Yeah, that ship sailed, dude.
Yeah.
Long sailed. That thing sailed off a cliff like 100 years ago, okay?
know somebody who holds some or many of Charlie Kirk's opinions. Because despite what people in their little bubble believe, his core ideology and what he believed is the same shit like your conservative boomer uncle on Facebook posts. You can only disagree with this if you are unfamiliar with Charlie Kirk, or you are unfamiliar with the many different branches and different ideologies of the right wing. Now, don't get me wrong.
What's the point?
Yeah, I mean,
Charlie Kirk was a right winger. We know.
Yeah, of course. And that's not different than your boomer uncle that spouses nonsense. So just like the
My
boomer
uncle spouts it to nobody.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? No one takes my boomer uncle seriously. And it's almost like, well, your old uncle over there's had a few too many. Time for someone to drive his ass home.
Comparing abortion to the Holocaust.
Absolutely, I am. In fact, it's worse. It's worse. Were these blacks trying to go rob her happening all the time in urban America? Prowling blacks go around for fun to go target white people. That's a fact. Black crime is a major issue in our country. Why are you pushing criminal justice reform exactly? Now, the southern border is, of course, the great replacement. They're trying to replace us demographically. They're trying to make the country less white. It is an anti-white agenda. If I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified. One issue I think that is so against our senses, so against the natural law, and dare I say, a throbbing middle finger to God, is the transgender thing happening in America right now. We are in a church, and so it's important to remember Deuteronomy 22:5, a woman shall not wear a man's garment, nor shall a man put on a woman's cloak. For whoever does these things is an abomination to the Lord your God. You hear that, William Thomas? You're an abomination to God.
Hello, human. I'm Nug. You will subscribe and become a Pessimist Productions patron.
And become a free member on Kick to enjoy live streams of Deep Fat Fried every week, deep dives every Saturday,
Or other shows such as Hey Paul, what you watching? Backseat Gaming, Ideology, Commentaries,
mega shows every month.
and more. Click the link. Feed.
Charlie Kirk had many bad takes over the years. Like, for example, the two most popular quotes I see people posting are the one where he advocated for stoning gays and black women are too stupid to be pilots. But guess what? Both those things, the two most popular quotes people are posting to justify this guy being murdered, are out of context. But
Wait a minute. Most people are
Out
not.
of context. Out of context.
Very few
out
people.
Of context.
Well, it's just, and the narrative is disingenuous. Most people are not saying it to justify his death. They were using it to explain why they were not saddened by his death. Not to say, oh, I mean, I'm not. I know. In fairness, are there some people that said to justify his death? I'm sure there were, but that's not every opinion on it. That's just like that's painting with such a broad brush. Like they're using it to justify his death. No, they're using it to explain why they did not personally feel it was a tragedy.
you know, your boomer uncle that everyone looks up to, that guy. Yeah, the really bigoted one. That one. Okay.
But idiots like Stephen King ran with it, then later had to apologize for spreading misinformation about a dead man. These people will build a
Wait. It's out of context. So give us the full context, right? Wouldn't that be the next step?
Nah.
No, just gonna Stephen King apologized, so that must be true.
Well, you know what? Good on Stephen King for actually admitting he was wrong, because people in this country are incapable of that. So casting that as, that's a terrible thing. He just rushed to judgment. It's like, so Everyone's pretty much been
I
guilty
don't think
of that.
Stephen King fucking was wrong. I think he just got harangued and harassed into it. Because I haven't heard no broader context of those statements.
We can go.
We're watching her. I want her to provide me with the context.
You think this wit is going to give you a bit of context?
She just told me they were taken out of context. The fucking natural next step of saying something was taken out of context
Is to show the full context.
is providing the missing context. Is it not?
Where's that?
It is. Sure. I agree.
So she's going to do that right now.
Okay. How much you want to bet?
I don't want to bet anything because I don't think she's actually going to do it, but that's what
Right. Of course.
If you say something's out of context, the natural next thing to do is to bring up the full context and be like, okay, here's why that's bullshit, right?
Correct. Yes.
So let's do that. And that's what we're going to do, right, ShoeOnHead? That's what we're doing.
Wrong.
Doubt.
Woman of you in their minds, they get so fucking mad about it that they celebrate the real you dying.
Uh-huh.
Horrifying. But more importantly, even if
I don't think we're getting that context, boys.
Horrifying.
I don't think we get in that context.
We're not?
Doesn't seem like we're getting that context.
So you must love his law. How do you love somebody?
Here we go, folks.
You love them by telling them the truth, not by confirming or affirming their sin. And it says, by the way, Miss Rachel, you might want to crack open that Bible of yours. In a lesser referenced part of the same part of Scripture is in Leviticus 18, is that thou shalt lay with another man shall be stoned to death.
All TDs smell bad.
I'm sorry.
You smell
everything was in context, who cares? Oh, he said this. Oh, he said this. I don't care. There are many things he said that I...
Okay, well, then what does it matter
Wait.
if it's out of context then?
Yeah, if you don't care, then what does it matter? Right. That's... This is like a fucking just a punishment, dude.
It's
This is
torture.
this is
Like that.
torture.
I have not heard this chick speak a word since the last time we covered her. Like I actively go out of my way to avoid her
I
name
do.
and her face and her fucking voice because she has been just absolutely wrong so much that I can't even take her seriously anymore.
You shouldn't. I mean, I don't think anyone that has a lick of fucking sense would listen to any of this drivel and do anything but dismiss it as just garbage. This is just like, how much money can I grift off this shit now? She is a textbook definition of a grifter. She stands for absolutely fucking nothing. She doesn't even know what the talking about. I can't even imagine her engaging in any of these ideas if it wasn't carefully curated and choreographed and put together for her.
All right.
disagree with. There are many things he said that I think are bad.
Okay.
Who cares? It is just a fact that nothing he said warranted his life being taken away. This
Yeah, but once again, as Scotty pointed out earlier, these things are not being brought up
You're
to
conflating.
justify him being shot. They're being brought up to justify why he's not being mourned by some people.
Yeah, and you're conflating it with criticism with justifying his murder. They're two different things. There's their cross sections, yes, but it's two different things.
is America. We have freedom of speech here. Unless you criticize a certain country, but for the most part, we have freedom of speech here. So after detaining...
Okay, so...
Wait a minute, you criticize speech and then you say we have freedom of speech. Okay.
I mean, she has the freedom to criticize the speech too, but it
yeah,
kinda,
she does.
I don't know, when you're like painting everyone with this broad brush of everybody who is either celebrating or even just not sufficiently
If
mourning Charlie
someone
Kirk is somehow
wants
like an enemy now.
To use Charlie Kirk's words to justify what already happened to him, that is their First Amendment right. That's that point I make it. So it's like saying they're horrific, they're despicable. It's like, well, yeah, but that's their right.
Was she always this insipid, or did her videos get worse over time? I mean, I'll leave that to you to decide personally. If Scotty or Paul want to answer that, I don't know. I have not watched enough of her shit to honestly know.
She's one of the few people I actively just avoid and cannot stand.
I don't know. I've always had a distaste for her. She was I think we had her on DP at some point.
Did we? I don't even remember.
Think.
I don't think if she did, she was not memorable.
But she's been around that whole sphere forever, and she's just been insufferable forever. So
Not just one wrong guy, but two wrong guys. The FBI finally got the shooter, only because his own father turned him in. I guess they were just too fucking busy not releasing.
Well, no, actually, he was turned in by his youth pastor. His father initially encouraged him to turn himself in, He said he would rather die than turn himself in. The father then tried to get the youth pastor to help convince his son to turn himself in, and the youth pastor apparently, just reported it to the authorities from there. So it was actually not his father that turned him in. So that's just factually wrong.
Files.
Technically it is, because his dad told the youth pastor, who's a mandatory reporter, and the mandatory reporter.
I don't know if his dad actually realized that, but maybe he did.
Yeah,
because I think his intention in contacting the youth pastor was to get the youth pastor to help encourage him to turn himself in. So
what kind of movie does he think he lives in when the most wanted murderer in the country is going to get a private phone call from his pastor?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, bro.
Catch a political assassin. It was this f***ass demon, Tyler Robinson, 22 years old, another irony-poisoned Reddit shooter.
What makes her insufferable? The fact that she acknowledges there's a loneliness epidemic? Yep, that's it. That's why.
That's the, I'm surprised you haven't heard us talking about that constantly. How we don't believe that there's a loneliness epidemic, and how ShoeOnHead is a dumb bitch because she talks about a loneliness. Yeah, that's definitely been the narrative here today, sir.
Yeah, I would argue, if anything, she is an exploiter of that movement, or the fact that's happened.
Did this guy just get into the chat? I think maybe his brain just clicked on.
That's being generous.
Memes on the bullets, including "Hey fascist catch" and
"Notices bulges, capital OWO. What's this question mark?"
Okay, yeah.
Dude, that shooter trolled the fuck out of the authorities with that shit.
He did.
He trolled the fuck out of all of us with it.
I know. It's classic.
Their dumbasses should have never released that shit. Like, that shit should have came out in trial or whatever. They just made it a zoo. They just made it like a circus of crazy speculation, because all the shit that he used are used ironically by both sides of the fucking political divide in those like meme spheres. So it's just like created more questions than it answered. They should have just kept it to themselves. Because then you got little Muppets like fucking ShoeOnHead here, ignoring completely the fact that groypers use all of those memes, every last one of them. The OWO shit, the Chow Bella Chow shit, the fucking catch this fascist shit. All that shit is straight out of groyperdom. But the little Muppet standing in front of the American flag that she would probably sooner wipe her ass on than defend, she's decided that he was a leftist. Well, cool. TJ also has decided that he was a leftist, I guess. I saw that shit on Twitter. I'm not ready. Are you ready to say that shit?
I mean, I'm not ready to say definitively. I'm just saying that, with some of the stuff that's come out about him having this boyfriend and killing Charlie Kirk for his hatred or whatever the fuck, assuming those messages are real, of course.
Yeah, but groypers are like, Nick Fuentes is like a femboy, catboy guy. He's like kind of like tongue-in-cheek gay, and like,
but they're over.
More conservatives jerk off to T-girl / chicks with dicks porn.
That is true.
Right? And so it's just like the idea that an arch conservative guy would have a trans girlfriend or whatever the fuck is not all that inconceivable.
It's not.
Sure.
But I think when the motive stated, assuming once again those messages are real, is that it's hatred because Charlie Kirk spreads hate.
I think that's
what if I could find you? What if I could find you a clip from a week before Kirk was assassinated of Nick Fuentes saying that Charlie Kirk spreads hate on campuses?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, that could be true, but I mean, it seems like he's talking specifically about LGBTQ hate, but I don't know.
Well, that's also, I mean, how do you know from the context?
I don't claim to know. I'm just
said hate.
Yeah. That's why I said I don't claim to know.
So I don't get it, man. Like, I'm not ready to I don't know that he was a fucking leftist. I don't know that he was on the right. Maybe he was just a stupid kid.
I mean, that seems pretty likely to me at this point.
That seems like if there's any truth, I think we've discerned so far, that's definitely true.
But one thing that definitely gave me pause that happened after I made that tweet you're talking about is when I saw that one of the people in his group chats reacted by calling for prayer and stuff. I'm like, okay, maybe he's not, because this doesn't really seem like something that's going to be like a leftist in-group thing to say is like, guys, it's time for us to join hands and pray and all this. So
no, definitely not.
So I don't know. I really don't know what the politics are. I really don't have any sort of, I don't feel like I have any sort of grasp on it at this point.
I just feel like that if this goes to trial all the way and there's like transcripts coming out of it, which presumably there will be unless he cops a plea, but he's not guilty. He said he's not guilty, right?
I mean, at this point, I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I mean, they were saying initially he's not cooperating. Then I think at some point they said he had confessed. So I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, anyway, until we know what we know and shit, like I wouldn't, it's like, it would not shock me if, you know, some of these online influencer right-wing dudes or left-wing dudes names come out of his mouth or out of his lawyers' mouths at the trial. Yeah. Called as witnesses, implicated in evidence, blah, blah, blah.
One thing that's been said too is that, you know, people in his friend group have always said that this is a dude that plays things super close to his chest. So we might not ever have a fucking strong indicator as to what his fucking beliefs were.
Sure.
We're saying that the shooter was a groiper, which is a far-right fan of the streamer Nick Fuentes. And I have no fucking idea where that came from. I'm going to be so honest.
Came from a lot of things that people have literally outlined.
Memes, dressing like, I mean, he dressed as a fucking groiper meme.
I mean, how about the fact that there was a bitter, insane rivalry between Nick Fuentes and Charlie Kirk, and that Nick Fuentes went so far as to declare war on Charlie Kirk and told his audience that they need to go to Charlie Kirk events and harass Kirk.
Is that he would go to these college campuses and proclaim the name of Jesus Christ. And ultimately, that is why he was killed. The gunmen that killed him, they hated him because of his defense of Christian morality. Charlie Kirk cannot call himself a Christian anymore. Sorry, you cannot allow Charlie Kirk to go to one more public event without being protested, without being shouted down, without being interrogated about this. Oh, God made me very blessed that I control $500 million. You sit there and call yourself a Christian and then you make excuses for the genocide of 2 million people?
Oh, yeah.
Like
and
the fact that shooter was steeped in meme culture the same way that Nick Fuentes fans are. I mean, there's lots of things to suggest that.
Yeah,
no idea where that came from.
One of the bullets was inscribed with like an anti-fascist Italian thing, ciao bella ciao ciao or whatever.
Yes.
And that was ironically adopted by the Groypers as the song of the first quote unquote Groyper War, where they went to war with.
It's on one of the big Groyper War playlists.
Yeah.
On Spotify or
right.
Spotify. I don't know if it's been taken down. Maybe it has. But then again, to be fair, you can also see things where there's legitimate anti-fascist protesters singing that song in this country as well. So, I mean, the meme, like the part of the fucking Groyper thing is that you use memes to obfuscate your genuine beliefs.
Sure.
Well, yeah, that's why they adopted a genuine anti-fascist anthem as one of their anthems. The whole idea of them is to hide your power level with memes. That was the whole idea of Pepe the Frog. You guys remember I used to make fun of PP the Frog all the time? People in the chat would get fucking, it doesn't mean that, it doesn't mean that, because that was the whole cover of Pepe the Frog. Was that this isn't being used in a racist way. It's just a froggy. And everybody with a brain could fucking see it, but they will argue to preserve that fucking cover till the death. And guess what?
Yeah, the plausible deniability.
And guess what? Nick Fuentes became a giant fucking media figure right in the center of all that. Right in the middle of all that Pepe the Frog meme lord culture. Here comes Nick Fuentes. And his followers do that shit. They get memes from all over the political spectrum, adopt them as Groyper memes, and go spread them around. And this kid had 3, from what I've read, 3 Groyper memes written on his bullets. So I think I wouldn't be shocked if it turns out he was a Groyper.
Actual proof of this. And it doesn't make sense because someone further right than Charlie Kirk wouldn't call Charlie Kirk a fascist, and they wouldn't say he was hateful.
She just doesn't understand.
Yes, they would have.
She doesn't understand Groyper culture. They're a big about like, let's adopt it. If they're going to call us fascists, everybody's a fascist then. So yes, that whole up, down, left, catch fascist thing is a Groyper meme from Helldivers 2, where you drop a giant bomb that destroys everything in a fucking wide area.
I have not been able to find any clips of Nick Fuentes calling Charlie Kirk fascist directly, but I have found clips of him calling Israel fascist. And there are plenty of clips also of him calling Charlie Kirk and Israel simp. I mean, it's not too hard to make the connection there.
The term fascist in Groyper culture isn't really, it's like, let's make the word powerless by just labeling everybody a fascist or adopting anti-fascist memes. So, hey, look at us. You know what I mean? Like, that's the whole point. It's to obfuscate your true intent. But the problem is that Groypers, they follow an extraordinarily right-wing guy. So there's really no separating them once you understand. And I don't get how this dude has 3 Groyper memes on his bullets. Maybe he was doing it to like falsely make it look like he was a Groyper, and maybe he grew up and took pictures with guns and, and MAGA hats and shit because he was being a hardcore like subversive anti-Groyper. I don't know, but
yeah, I mean, like I don't know. Like the thing you said at the beginning of this is like these memes, they're not necessarily Groyper memes. They're memes that exist in the culture.
Well, it just happens to be 3 memes that Groypers have scalped from the culture and used in other ops.
I mean, they'll scalp any meme that they can get their hands on. So
well, sure. Well, not any meme. Certain memes become popular in their culture, get passed around as a sly little wink.
It at least makes you question, like, is there a link? So to say it's like, I don't understand it at all, that's disingenuous.
Yeah, I mean,
to say that there's an established link, yeah, that's not been proven.
I think jumping to Groyper is a mistake, but I think that discounting it is also a mistake at this point.
I agree.
With the
I agree. I took umbrage with what Shoe said here. Like, he's definitely not a Groyper.
See where that's coming from.
Yeah,
right. And that's a Groyper tactic, by the way. That's what they do. They go like, wait a minute. You're telling me that this guy was a Groyper, or you're telling me that a Groyper did this? We're anti-fascist, bro. Well, here's a bunch of posts.
Take this with a grain of salt, because I've not looked into this. I don't care enough to look into this. So this could be bullshit that I'm about to say. But I've heard that she's dating some kind of far right dude. So I don't know.
Yeah, she does. She does. She dates. From what I understand, I don't know if she's still dating him, but after Armored Skeptic, who himself was like an alt-right dude, she got with a dude that's just like an open white nationalist. I don't remember what his name is.
Okay, sorry, not dating. Married to.
Married to. Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know much about it. I don't know how far right-wing he is. I don't know what kind of right-wing he is, because I just don't care enough to investigate that shit. But there is that.
Proof is that the shooter once dressed up like the Slav squat meme from 2012. And they also found a separate meme of Pepe the Frog dressed like the Slav squat meme. Therefore, the shooter is a Groyper. That is like seeing a photo of the shooter.
That's a straw man.
Yet again.
That was one piece of a number of pieces of evidence.
Yeah. Yet again, also conflating and people saying, does this mean this? It's a question. It doesn't mean necessarily that that's the case. But when you take the totality of it, that's how you make a determination. Not based simply off one thing. But that, of course, your simplistic worldview, that precludes that possibility. It's just, someone posted this, so they're saying this.
She's married to a traditional Catholic. Aren't the Groypers Catholic?
Are they?
Yeah.
Nick Fuentes is a Catholic. Yeah. He espouses traditional white religious Christian fundamentalist values. So Catholics are super based to Nick Fuentes.
Well, grew up in southern Louisiana, then if they're not actually overt Groypers, they might as well be.
But of course he hates the actual like Catholic Church, because
of course
they've like gone awry or whatever.
Yeah, they're too liberal now.
Dressed like a clown, and then seeing this image of Pepe the Frog dressed like a clown, and then being like Groyper confirmed.
Nope.
What is the connection? The shooter didn't even post.
False equivalency. It's because the person who perpetrated the shooting or is alleged to have done it was featured in those photos and spreading those memes. That's why. It's not just like seeing two disparate things and saying, that means there's the connection. There's actual direct connection to the person. So that's not the same thing.
the Pepe image. Like, where did the Pepe even come from? Just a bunch of liberal boomers not understanding memes. The other thing I saw was
understand memes.
The shooter had Republican parents, and therefore the shooter must be Republican, which is just funny because we all see what these people say about their Republican parents every Thanksgiving. But I guess we'll see. It's September 14th.
Well, one of the first people he went to was his dad. One of the first things he was concerned about is losing his grandfather's gun. So that shows that he doesn't hate his parents.
Yeah, he probably didn't.
He actually has apparently a pretty strong relationship with them.
I mean, his dad posted a trip of them going to Mexico. They would charter fishing, and the team holding a big ass fucking fish he caught.
They did things together.
Yeah,
this was not someone who was estranged from his fucking family.
You don't go fucking
ass.
charter fishing in Mexico with your dad if you fucking can't stand your dad.
Right.
You don't do that. You're not going to be on a boat alone with someone you.
One of the first people he went to. Literally the first person he confessed his shit to, I believe, if I have the timeline right, was his dad.
Yeah.
He was super concerned about losing his grandfather's gun. So this is not a person who is estranged from his family and hates his family.
He's not going to that dinner like you're talking about.
You're once again just ignoring the evidence that goes against what you're fucking saying.
There are pictures of him memeing. He dressed up as Trump during a fucking Halloween thing. His dad's a big MAGA guy. There's pictures of him with guns and stuff. I'm not saying that he's not a leftist among that. I'm just saying that, like, if we're reading what we know about this kid's life, we know his family's hardcore Christian conservative. We know that he uses Groyper memes. Now, maybe he used them all out of Groyper context, but it seems a little weird that he picked 3 Groyper memes. But okay, you know, so he's not a Groyper. He's just a guy. I don't know. It just seems to me that, like, both sides were so desperate in the wake of this to go, he's on the right, he's on the left, he's on the right, he's on the left. And I smell it coming off of Shoe here because she is married to a dude. He knows all this shit. I just went and looked into this marriage of hers or whatever I don't really care, but he is a public figure, and he knows all this shit. He knows what a Groyper is. He knows how to hide his power level as a Nazi, how to use ironic memes to say the quiet part out loud, right? So her feigning ignorance on this and pretending she doesn't know why a Groyper or whatever label somebody a fascist or use an anti-fascist meme is just disingenuous. That's why I hate this bitch. TJ said it earlier. She's got her finger up in the air waiting for the wind to blow. And if tomorrow the right was getting crushed by a new revived left, bro, she'd be right there talking about how her heart was changed and how she realized all that hate that she was spewing all those years was just wrong, and how she can see the love and peace in the world now and blah, blah, blah. She doesn't have a principle in her.
Recording this, so maybe more things will come out. Editor Shoe here, more things came out. Definitely not a Groyper. At the end of the day, he could.
What was that? Hold up.
It's just a headline of.
Utah governor says, so the Utah governor is the authority. Got it.
Shoe here, more
the right-wing Utah governor. And by the way, I love how everything but the headline is cut out. Source? What is the source?
Governor.
U.S. News. Oh, okay.
U.S. News has told you. So, guys, it's been decided. ShoeOnHead has figured it out. They read one article on a news site. Case closed.
Definitely not a Groyper. At the end of the day, he could have
find another news source that says he was. And then are we right all of a sudden now?
Yep.
Oh, okay, cool. Thanks.
Single one of my or your opinions. It ultimately doesn't matter. One person may have pulled the trigger, but then we saw the reaction of many.
We think that Charlie Kirk just got shot in the neck. Hey, ooh, ah.
I'm so mad that I wasn't included in this.
I know, dude. This meltdown compilation of leftists.
I don't know. No, someone would have told me by now if I was. I scrubbed through it and see myself, and then I haven't heard anyone say. Maybe I'll be surprised, and I'll be like, oh, there I am. Oh, my God, Paul, you just made me realize she is just YouTube Anna Kasparian. Isn't Anna Kasparian YouTube Anna Kasparian?
Yeah, she's on YouTube.
I don't know.
I'm not saying she deserved it, but I'm saying God's timing is always right.
Yeah, they got Charlie Kirk,
I
bro.
just love, because, like, dude, what kind of meme compilation would we be watching if some fucking lib had their neck blown out a couple of days ago?
Yeah.
We'd be watching a right-wing TikTok celebration meme compilation. And you want to know what the sad truth about it is? Not a single right-wing media figure or personality would be fired for making a joke about it or making an observation about it.
No.
Absolutely.
So it's just so weird how lopsided this shit is and how people are just like cry bullying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've never been.
Man, and they're so much louder than she is. Hold on. We're just gonna, people celebrated. We get it. She shows a compilation of the celebrations to pad out the runtime of the video and get more ad revenue.
Yep.
Okay. Man, it goes for a while. She really pads this shit out. Okay, there we go.
That's like get rid of like 4 minutes content, then 4 minutes of look what these people said.
Yeah.
The whole family, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Why did you guys stop with him?
There were thousands.
There you go. Okay.
And by the way, we've been covering it since 2015 or so, ShoeOnHead. And I know you know this because you were around in those times when we were covering it. And a lot of your friends were the ones saying it. But we've been covering for a long time the increasingly violent rhetoric coming out of like hardcore Republicans and how Republicans are feeling more and more free to talk about like, maybe it's time to refresh the tree of liberty. Plea, I hope one of these liberals tries to make my city a sanctuary city because I'll put them in the sanctuary out back in the graveyard behind the sanctuary. You know, they've been talking this like the South shall rise again. What do you think that means? They've been talking that shit since at least 2015. And
dude,
now for that.
Oh, dude, I remember me and TJ were kids riding the school bus home. There's a dumb little redneck next to us, and he's like, "You know, my daddy said South will rise again." That was back in the '90s. You know, they were saying that, dude. Paul, they've been saying that since the Civil War, dude.
I mean, early on in the show, you guys remember we played that fucking stupid ass honky tonk song. It was, by the way, made before Charlie Kirk was killed. We need a big tall tree and a little piece of rope, talking about lynching blacks and leaving them hanging, which is, by the way, what the Klan used to do to let black people and black sympathizers know that it was a Klan town.
We ought to do it like they did it way back in the day, because granddaddy's way it works best.
You know what I mean? Like this idea that the right is just all these little daisy sniffers. We just love peace and harmony and love. It's
if
just
you look
so
at any of the studies,
fucking weird.
If you look at any studies done about political violence in America, most of it happens on the right. The vast majority.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's just facts.
It's just, I mean, if she wants to talk about facts, that's just a fact.
The people that actually, like, statistically pick up a gun and do political violence are right wingers.
Well, the people right now that are training for that stuff, like these militia types, these far right people, these like 3%ers, you know, they call themselves, like some of them are referred to like that. They're like training for like civil wars and shit. That's mainly right wing groups.
But I'm just like, you know, like, could there be no even-handedness? And like, look, the temperature's gotten way too hot. That's what bothers me. And it's one of the things I agree with Destiny on, although the way he goes about it, I think is shitty. He's like, you know, you can't turn down the temperature if only one side turns down the temperature. And I think he's right about that.
Sure.
But it's like, you know, ShoeOnHead is talking about turning down the temperature on political violence and how abhorrent it is. But I can guarantee you there's not going to be a TikTok compilation of right wingers calling for revolution, calling for civil war, calling for the hanging of Mike Pence, which they tried to hang in. You remember they hung an effigy on January 6th. So let's be real. Like, can you not, if you really wanted to turn down the temperature, we should be talking to everybody. Because I agree. I mean, me and TJ had a row about it right here in front of everybody. He's a leftist. He decided to celebrate, ironically or post-ironically or whatever the fuck. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but he decided to celebrate and make some goofy comments, and he and I fought about it. But that's the idea. People on the left reacted kind of poorly in my esteem, and so do people on the right when this type of violence is done.
Oh, dude.
See the celebrations that still go on of George Floyd's death and all the memes about how, like, take a knee for George Floyd. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
You don't call any of that shit out, right?
Do they celebrate it? They sell it. The has celebrated political violence countless times. Countless fucking times.
But it was everywhere immediately after this. It was the guy who was like in his truck.
Oh, the guy was like screaming, talking about.
He wasn't really screaming. He was just like, "It's time for civil war. Trump just give the word. I'm a peaceful man, but I can't wait to go door to door and take all these leftists out."
I do remember that. Cause they were like, how are you going to identify who the liberals are?
We watched it here on the show.
Yeah.
So I had it at one point, but you know, it's lost to the ether because no one cares about that. They only care about some fucking TikTok bitch dancing on Charlie Kirk's grave. No one cares about the MAGAs going like civil war. That's okay.
Dozens of videos like that. Some of these people posting with their full names and faces, with hundreds and thousands of.
It's called having balls.
We need to start having a conversation. I'm dead ass honest about that. We need to start having the national divorce conversation. We really do. Like, I honestly think that people on the left, or even people in the like centrist folks that lean left a little bit, we need to start talking about the efficacy of trying to, you know, make an edible sausage out of these two incompatible meats and casings. Because I just feel so, I feel like things have gone so far and gotten so hostile and fake that they're really like, I think we're gonna save lives if we just all agree to carve up the turkey. And let's let these ideologies be in the place where they, you know, are. I don't know how to have that conversation seriously, but I think it's probably time we start having it.
Likes. Thousands of tweets celebrating it with 500,000 likes. And it's important to remember that all of those likes are a real person. Millions of
Not necessarily.
What?
Why would you assume that?
That's not true at all.
If you see any tweet with that many likes, assuming that all of them are real people is a huge fucking blunder.
There's tools that exist where they analyze like how many of these. Like,
hold up, let me just see how much a like on Twitter costs.
Even Elon, remember Elon was talking about how much the stuff was faked, right?
Let's see. Hold on. How much does it cost to buy Twitter likes? I'm on some crap social wick. Okay.
Yeah. So how many? I have to pay for bots to give me likes.
Buy Twitter likes. Okay.
$70.
Select. Yeah, $70 for 5,000 likes.
So I can blow smoke up my own ass for fucking $70.
God, what would you name this dog?
Mo.
Call him Mo.
What about you, Scotty? What would you name this dog?
Snufflekins.
I like yours better. I think Mo is too on the nose.
Maybe.
Snufflekins is great.
Come here, Snufflekins.
I would name him Barnabas Floofy Buns. What about you, chat? What would you name this dog? I want to know.
Ringo. Shroom.
Shroom? I like Shroom.
Friar Tuck.
I like that.
I like that too.
I like these names. I like these names. All right, that was your eye bleach. Back to this fucking goddamn hideous proof of the rot of civilization. Here we go.
Apparently believe the acceptable response to speech they don't like is murder. This wasn't just a bunch of...
Dude, once again, giant leap. Giant fucking leap. So let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
When Trump Jr. heard about fucking the Pelosi attack and posted the fucking meme of the hammer and undies and was like, gonna dress as Paul Pelosi for Halloween, was that an endorsement of the Paul Pelosi attack, or was that just a fucking edgy joke?
That's a joke. That's a joke, though.
Okay, so then why can't the left make edgy jokes? Can only the right engage in edgy jokes?
Well, also,
is that the rule?
If she truly believes that this is all being used to justify violence, then where's just the massive swell of violence from these people? Because if it's all just bloodthirsty lunatics, you know, psychotically just wanting the right to be destroyed, then where's it all? Where's it all happening? I don't see a bunch of. I see one person, one dude, and most of us agree. Hey, yeah, he shouldn't have been killed. But where's the rest of them? I don't see like a bunch of right-leaning pundits and people body stacked in the streets, supposedly for this bloodthirsty mob. They're just celebrating the death of someone they don't fucking like. Just like if there's someone you hated, you'd probably celebrate their fucking death too. But it doesn't mean you participated in it or you endorsed it. It's something that fucking happened. To expect people that like it's just thought policing. Oh, you should really be really sad. No, they're not. Oh, well, I think they're despicable. That's your right. You can think whatever the fuck you want of them.
fringe blue hair SJWs or whatever. They were teachers, professors, doctors, HR workers.
You can't stereotype them. Oh my God. You know, there's a bunch of people on the right who you wouldn't expect. What they have these different professions. They're doctors, they're teachers, they're lawyers, they're your garbage man, they're everybody. Yeah, because guess what? The political divide in this country goes from top of the very tippy top to the very bottom. Who would have thunk it?
Healthcare workers, nurses, pediatricians, people who work with kids, people's classmates, roommates. They are teachers showing our children.
All right, dude. She just pads this. She barely says anything. Just makes the video as long as possible, so she makes as much money as possible.
I still stand by that this was written by AI.
I think you're probably right. I mean, I don't know for certain, but it feels like it.
The gory, horrifying video of Charlie's murder.
It seems that conservatives just compartmentalize and try to hide their connection to any part of the side that's, yeah, no shit.
On repeat. The hippy dippy in this house we believe shitlib mask was ripped off, and underneath was nothing but psychopathic bloodlust.
This was written by ChatGPT 100%.
Psychopathic bloodlust. So you really, I just called it earlier. Yeah. So if you really believe that that was the mask being pulled away, where are the bodies? Where are all the people being killed? Where all the right-leaning people are like, oh God. It's like they're acting like this, like the fucking Harry Potter movies, and it's like Voldemort's coming after them, dude. Like, oh my God, any second now. There's been a lot more disappearances of right-leaning figures, guys. Come on. You're fine. They're fine. They're fine.
Right-winger can't even go in the streets no more without getting shot.
Yeah, but there's a bloodthirsty, psychotic mob after them. Huh.
I've seen people on the right celebrate the death of people they disagree with. I've seen it. I remember Heather Heyer in 2017. But
it's different now. Let's hear why it's different.
I also remember the whole internet, left and right, coming together to disavow and mock the few dozen people from Stormfront who were celebrating her death. This is...
Oh.
The whole internet came together like a fucking movie scene, and the town joined arms and was like, it doesn't matter if we're different, guys. Doesn't matter if you're white or I'm black. It doesn't matter what you believe. If you believe in God or you believe in nothing at all. So we can all agree what this person did was wrong. Yes, the internet came together. Give me a break.
I'm sure
the internet's always been factionalized.
Let me tell you something, Scotty. If Destiny or somebody got shot tomorrow, you would see the right would show us what's what.
Mm-hmm.
They would be like, you know, I didn't agree with him on much, but I just want to say
it was wrong.
I am mourning Destiny right now. I mourn that man who I hated. In death, he is great. Even if in life he was bad, now he is good.
They would be celebrating.
Because he is dead.
They would be celebrating like there's no tomorrow, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? You think for example, Joe Biden's a pretty old guy. I think when he dies, they're going to go, yeah, maybe a couple people go, oh yes, that's very solemn and sad.
But remember,
fucking celebrating.
In her narrative framing, it's different when you celebrate the death of a politician than when you celebrate the death of a fucking huge political commentator.
Okay.
That's different.
It's far different.
Way
different. Then it's okay.
Because Charlie Kirk was just an ordinary guy. He was just Joe Sixpack. He was one of us.
Different. It's never been like this before. It's never been this much. It's never been this brazen. Normal people have to log into like an alternate Twitter account.
In this country, like, just fucking get the out of here with this. It's never been as bad. It's been worse.
Just saying, if I could donate, I couldn't before. Well, now you can.
Or they can post their more unorthodox opinions. And these people are out here, full face, full name, like, hell yeah, murder. What? The smug, unearned confidence these people have to be openly sociopathic with their full name and face because they live under the pathetic delusion of being on the right side of history.
I think they just thought maybe they lived in like a free country where you had freedom of speech and you could say stuff like that. But, you know, yeah, I guess you want to disabuse them of
Let's
that notion,
recontextualize it to like they're on the right side of history.
Needs to end. They will blame you for your death because words are violence. Words are violence, so them killing you is just self-defense. That's why they're using Kyle Rittenhouse as some kind of gotcha. Oh, if you don't condone political violence, why do you support Kyle Rittenhouse? They fundamentally don't see the difference between killing someone over speech and killing someone over self-defense, because these are the same things to them.
Also, the guy that showed up and provoked a conflict and then killed someone in self-defense. Yeah, okay, right. Yeah, that's self-defense. Because that'd be one thing if it was like Kyle Rittenhouse was at his house and that shit had gone down. But yeah, it's totally different. You guys were fucking totally simping for political violence then. Oh well, he was just using his Second Amendment right, and he broke his heart to fire, but he had to do it.
So I'm going.
On a plus side, Kyle Rittenhouse is now extremely fat.
That is true.
To be the one to point it out, because of course.
Yeah, you haven't seen Kyle.
Is he really extremely
Rittenhouse?
Is he extremely
yeah, you
fat?
haven't seen Kyle Rittenhouse fat as
I have not.
Yeah, he
sir.
is a fat. He's porked up.
I
dude.
stay away from the news when I'm not covering the news, and I don't think we've covered Porker Rittenhouse yet.
House.
Dude, he literally looks like Porky Pig these days.
He does. He's twice the man he used to be. I'll give him that.
Cause he's twice the man he used to be.
Yeah, so basically any inconsistencies pointed out with the narrative just suddenly become, well, that's just different. Well, don't conflate those two things.
I saw nobody else do it. Why are most of them women? Most of the people celebrating are women. Like, it's a good, like, 80-20 ratio all over the internet. What is going on, ladies?
Numbers pulled out of your ass, basically. It's an 80-20. Yeah, so
yeah, because
you do this as a statistical analysis, ShoeOnHead.
This is a fucking retarded point because she's assuming that everyone has the same feed, and they fucking don't. When I was on my feed, most of the people I saw that were not sympathetic towards Charlie Kirk were men, because that's my feed. Your feed might have shown mostly women, but this shit is customized and tailored to you. I assume you probably watch more women than men, which is why it showed you more of them.
No, TJ.
Basically, the whole country.
But I don't know. Maybe there is.
She analyzed all of the data, TJ. She collated everything and determined 80-20.
Maybe it is disproportionate. I don't know. But just like, you can't just pull numbers from your gut. Like, it's just not going to work out.
Yes, you can, TJ.
Especially when it comes to something that is algorithmically tailored to your ass.
Shook because last year they realized how many people would celebrate the murder of a president, and this year they realized how many people would celebrate the murder of them. At the end of the day, this is all the inevitable conclusion of the punch a Nazi thing from like 2017. Do you guys remember that? We always knew it was a slippery slope. That's why we were against it. And they always say this dumb shit like, if you don't want to be called a Nazi, stop being a Nazi. Even a congressman from my state, New York, was like, oh, if you want to stop being called a fascist, you should stop being a fascist. Yeah, that's great. Except you've called everyone and their mother a fascist and a Nazi for the past like 15 years.
Well, we just watched a bunch of white nationalist dudes marching down the street, screaming white men fight back with a portrait of Charlie Kirk in their fucking hands. So
I wonder why that is.
I mean, I don't know. Seems like, sometimes the shoe, so to speak, fits. I'm not saying everybody who gets called a fascist or a Nazi is a fascist or a Nazi. But I think a good, healthy chunk of them probably
people
are.
People throwing around buzzwords is nothing new, and it happens on every side of any political debate.
By the way, like, where's the outrage when every buddy who's even milquetoast liberal is called a commie by the right? You ain't upset about that?
Where's the cricket sound effect? Let's go ahead and play that.
Also, hasn't Trump literally called his opponents fascist on like several occasions?
Yep.
They're the fascists, actually.
Of course.
So
they're
I mean,
totalitarian fascists, TJ. They want to take all your freedoms away. You got freedoms under me, TJ, but not them.
Ridiculous.
And I see a lot.
This is just like the right does something and Shoe's got the blinders on big time. The left does something and her eyes get big.
Ooh.
It's like she's just looking at it. Like, what's the left up to? What's it up to? The right does the exact same shit. And it's just like, what? I don't see anything. Where?
Yeah,
Where?
She's playing a game. That's all it is. Doesn't matter what she hears about the left. Oh, it's bad. Here's my narrative framing. It's evil. It's wrong.
It's
the right did it.
time to play the grifting game.
The right did it.
Grifting game.
It's right. Shoe, it's right there. Well, I can't.
I don't see it.
I don't see it. No.
Are you sure?
I was always look. Everyone always agreed that was wrong, and the right especially.
Why does she care? Yeah, that's a good point. In this video, and I gotta give it to Nikki. She did make a good point just there. In this video where she says speech is not violence, she is equivocating the speech of those who did not like Charlie Kirk to violence.
Whole video, really.
She's a fucking hypocrite. Fucking god damn. Why do people like this fucking insipid fucking twat?
I don't know.
I don't know, dude.
I'm not even booing her at this point. Because you know what? Whatever. You know, grifters don't grift.
Dude.
But the grifted can go fuck themselves.
You know me, like, there's plenty of times on the show.
You motherfuckers are dumb.
There's plenty of times on the fucking show, too. You guys are, this person. You guys, because you and Paul know way more about most of this shit than I do. This is the one person that I'm like, ugh, God, just no. Just fucking no. Like, I remember her from back in the day, and she was never any, like I even back then, I was kind of just like, hey, why she's popular? Like, even before I knew much about her, and if I would see any video, I'm just like, she's a moron. Like, she's a disingenuous moron. Like, even when it was like, even kind of like on the same side as you, TJ, and you were like kind of like adjacent to her, I was always kind of like, why is this person here? Like, why doesn't anyone care what she fucking thinks? She doesn't seem to have an original fucking thought in her head. It's just one of those people you just feel parrots every fucking point. Yeah, there's no substance there. I agree with you. I don't understand the appeal. I mean, let's see some of the comments. Can we look at some of the comments of this fucking video? Like, what people that agree there, what are they saying?
Saying his wife and kid need to go too is crazy and not okay. Which I agree with, by the way. Going to AmFest to make fun of them and making friends is what it's all about.
Wait, it's the fucking dummy convention. They're all just, because most times, like, you'll see some like thoughtful comments. There's 35,000 comments, and it's all just like monosyllabic shit.
If you haven't read,
all right, I have to give
Plato's apology. I strongly recommend it. Blah blah.
Okay, at least that's something. Read something.
I have to listen. I was quiet for a little bit here because I was
jerking off
and creating a transcript of ShoeOnHead's entire video with Grok.
Okay.
And then running that through GPT-0, which is the best AI detector.
Yeah.
And I was hoping it would light up like a Christmas tree, but it didn't. It is apparently most likely written by a human.
Okay.
So there you go.
Wow.
Hey, we got to be honest. You know, you got to give Shoe her due.
Give her.
She probably wrote that stupid shit.
This is stupid shit from her own fingertips. Got it.
God, that almost would have been better if the AI had written it, to be honest with you.
Maybe she should use ChatGPT.
Yeah, maybe she needs that.
A lot of progressives in my audience, like, Shoe, you're not like Charlie Kirk. You're not a fascist. Here are all the things I have been called Nazi, fascist, reactionary for over the last few years.
Welcome to the internet. We're living in a meme.
People on the internet insulted you. Oh my God,
Bro, this is crybaby shit because, like, literally, if you're on the internet for 5 seconds, you're gonna be called a Nazi, fascist, libtard, whatever.
Thanks, man.
Called it all.
Appreciate your money.
If you are a popular public figure, Shoe, which you are, you're gonna be insulted and called everything under the fucking sun. Who gives a fucking shit?
Amen. Aim motherfucking men, baby.
Would you like to see? I have been making this list since 2023. Let's go. Let's.
Okay.
So this is how butthurt you are about things people say. You have a list.
Wait a minute.
The list of butthurt.
Since 2023, you have been collecting a list of your butthurts?
Yeah.
What? Why?
Real quick. Mocking / criticizing pop feminism. Believing adults can do whatever they want. Being pro free speech. Being liberal.
Okay,
more
that's
filler.
great. People made funny on the internet. That's really rough.
Oh man,
must suck to be you. I can't believe it. Oh my god. Yep. Okay. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? I see. Oh my god. Even
then another
more.
clip show.
Being anti-death.
Charlie Kirk was a.
Okay. Then more. Oh, the left is crazy.
Pad
Look at
the video.
Pat it out with that
the video.
In the neck.
They don't kill you because you're a Nazi. They call you a Nazi so they can kill you.
The same thing.
Now I'm going to talk.
Here's what Blair White said. Here's what this person said. Here's what I mean. Like, look, I understand reactionary content, I mean, we fucking do it. But
sure, of course.
I mean, to the degree of like half the video or more is you just like playing clips or reading insults.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, dude. We could do the same
just
thing.
the fact that like literally since 2023, she's been making a fucking list of every time someone called her a fucking fascist or a Nazi.
That's proof these people are sick.
Who cares?
I think how vague that is too. These people are sick. Who are these people?
We don't even know if that list is authentic.
It's probably not.
Talk about my
Even if it is, so what?
I mean, whatever.
My personal feeling
on the internet. Oh my god, dude, that's what an original thing.
Can't believe it.
Of the situation, because I know a lot of you can relate. I know a lot of you have been feeling the exact same way. So I will try and put it into words for you. I have
Okay.
Yeah, dude, this is
silence, Scotty.
That's another weird thing about you. I had this weird parasocial grift. I know you feel just like me.
The orator is about to speak.
Okay.
The feelings that exist within you, I shall now give them voice.
I mean, she gets 1 million+ views, so maybe she does.
Must be doing a good job.
Yeah, she must be capturing the moment.
It's not about the insult. It's the idea. The insult marks you for death. The insult just got a body count of 1.
The saddest song.
That was the saddest little fucking dirge that TJ was playing there.
I'm so sorry, sir. Jesus.
friends who were friends with Charlie Kirk, but I didn't personally know him. We follow each other on Twitter. I've been to the TPUSA Amerifest in 2021. I actually went there planning to make a video making fun of it, but I had so much fun and met so many friends that I'm still friends with.
It's almost like I was with my own people.
Oh my god, dude. I went there to make fun of it, but in the end it was just too fucking cool.
I remember one time.
Inside, the atmosphere was electric, more like a rock concert than a political event. These people were so nice.
Same thing happened to me. I went to this Klan meeting.
Right.
I meant to be like there to insult him and stuff, but then I'm like, man, he's actually pretty cool dudes over here in the Klan.
We had some barbecue and said, you know what, guys, you actually pretty cool. And then I joined the Klan. A break, dude. You went there with the intent, like, no, you went there to go be a simp, and a simp you remain.
I went there to make fun of them, but then I realized they're actually super cool people.
It's like some South Park-esque shit, dude.
Okay.
This is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
They're super
Why
cool,
not?
guys.
This day. So that video never happened. I disagreed with him all the time. You can literally go to our Twitter interactions. I was always correcting him about, like, Bernie Sanders. I made an egg look like his face. It is safe to say.
See?
No, what you did was some bullshit ribbing performative. We're not all the same. I tweeted against you and I said, cease. See?
Can we see she's the end. Once this is over, the show's over. And the people paid good money for it.
People, look, I appreciate the donos, bro, but people fucking...
And we have, in fairness, skipped a good bit of this video.
Yeah, we've skipped a ton of this.
That is true.
But people...
Hey, I was...
So they're getting it.
Yeah, we want to see how it all wraps up.
No fan. But this has really shaken me in a way that I...
Who's more shrill? Anna.
I absolutely did not expect. These last few days after what happened, I kept going to every single, like, lefty, liberal, left-wing person I know and, like, checking out what they have been saying about this. And besides maybe, like, 4 or 5, every single one was being an unhinged psychopath about this. Or
Oh, wow. That sucks.
Yet again, they're all unhinged psychopaths.
Well, let me figure this out. So you go to TPUSA, where it's like, let's kill the gays, let's enslave the blacks again, all this shit. And you're like, wow, this is actually pretty cool people.
Yeah, they're great.
Then you go to the left and you see all their reactions, and you're like, oh man, these people are unhinged psychos.
I wonder why.
I feel like maybe you found your people, you know, like maybe you belong over there.
I became a conservative overnight. I realized that liberals were actually the racists, that liberals were actually the trolls.
I regret paying to see this. I don't blame you. I regret making it the goal.
But you know
at this
what?
point.
The goal's the goal.
But it must be.
saying some backhanded shit like, this is why we need gun control, which, first of all, we were just watching a whole bunch of people celebrate killing someone over political differences. You are never taking our guns down.
So someone was killed with a gun that had no business having one, and people think we should maybe do something with that. Okay. That's pure insanity. Let's actually not talk about any of the issues surrounding what actually happened. Let's just whine about this. Okay.
Oh, that is not happening. I felt like I was in the middle of the ocean. I was trying to like grasp onto a flotation device, checking all of these accounts for their take, like, be normal, be normal. Nothing. Nobody. I'm just drowning in a sea of evil.
Normal. It's your perception of normal. Be normal, be normal. Have a right wing opinion. Have a right wing opinion. Oh, they didn't.
I kept going to all these left wing accounts, expecting them to say the right wing talking points, and none of them were. Okay, well,
Yeah, that's like me going to like the Saints and going like, why are the Saints cheering on the Atlanta Falcons winning? Like, I'm not gonna expect my football team to cheer on the goddamn rivals. You're going to the wrong source of information if you want a bunch of people crying about Charlie Kirk. There's a billion people doing it.
That's like me being on the right and then going to a bunch of right-wing accounts being like, surely I'll find someone that's broken up about George Floyd's death.
I mean, maybe. I don't think so, but maybe.
Well, apparently. Maybe I was just blind up until now.
ShoeOnHead Gauntlet win? Fucking
never.
Dude,
we would have to, like, you know what would happen? They have to dangle our loved ones over a cliff. And even then, it would be like, I would hate them the rest of their lives.
Maybe they changed. Maybe I changed. Is everyone going crazy or am I going crazy? I don't know. All I know is it is clear how they reacted to this is how they would react to me, my family, my friends, you, your family.
In the words of George Carlin, narrow, unenlightened self-interest does not impress me. So this whole thing is really just...
What if something happens to me?
What if I was shot? People would celebrate my death. You know why it doesn't even matter, Shoe? Because at that point, you're fucking dead.
And believe me, I wouldn't...
Who gives a shit if someone fucking does a jig on your grave? If anything, you should take it as a fucking compliment.
Yeah, you pissed them off that much.
You are important enough in this world for people to give a shit one way or the other.
Right.
Isn't that the whole reason any of us narcissistic douchebags do this shit?
And guess what?
In the fucking first place?
And guess what? A bunch of simps would be like, she wants help. But people are going to have different reactions.
Ryan Grimm on Breaking Points had the same take as her, but articulated far more intelligently. Okay, that's great. Can't wait to see it. Thanks for the money.
Your friends that have ever stepped out of line from the nebulous.
I'll be honest with you, man. No matter how intelligently this take is spoken, I think I've had about enough of this take. So
yeah, I'm sure that it could be put way more eloquently, but
I'm not going to suddenly agree with it just because someone says it better than this.
No.
This ever-changing definition of progressive. These are people I thought were level-headed.
Are you just...
They're not really progressive, guys.
Are you mad that progressivism changes over time? Maybe there was a clue that something like that might happen in the term progressive.
Yeah.
Oh no, she prefers regressive, TJ. Regressive.
The fuck, bro.
How about
clearly
progressive?
She's wearing an Old West funeral dress. She likes things to stay the same. Okay, guys.
Oh well.
Then just be a right winger, girl.
She's not.
She is. Her husband's a super hard right Catholic nationalist guy.
But you know what? Progressive stuff left her behind. She was left behind.
The left me kind of grift. Okay, got it.
They were left-wing, but you know, like they were one of the good ones. Like you can joke with them, you know, they weren't those like woke SJWs.
You're mad at fucking jokes right now. This whole fucking butthurt tirade has been you having a bad reaction to people making fucking jokes at the expense of Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, you can't make fun of anything. So then it's like comedy sucks. It's like nothing's funny. You can't make fun of anything. It's like legalize comedy. Yeah.
It's just a nightmare.
I know, dude. The level of cognitive dissonance you'd have to, if you wrote the script genuinely. That's why I was hoping it was AI to write this entire script and not realize how little fucking sense it actually makes is astonishing.
I wish I could still say I'd never seen one of this person's videos, but I've been exposed that genie ain't going back in the bottle. Sorry, bro.
Dude, you need to hit the bottle after this video.
I hope my donations tonight made it possible for Paul to get multiple cheat meals.
Yay, cheat meals.
Well, actually, sorry, Midnight. Me and Teacher are taking all your donos.
If Paul,
Sorry, Paul. No cheat meals for you.
If Paul eats after midnight, he's going to turn into a gremlin. So
that is well known about Paul.
You guys are just afraid of my true form. You fear my true form.
I mean, dude, I think it's reasonable to fear.
That is a fast rule of this show. We fed Paul after midnight one time, and one time's enough.
I'm gonna get a snack after midnight.
Agree and still be friends.
Don't do it, Paul.
Don't do it, Paul.
I'm gonna.
You don't want to see Gremlin Paul, dude.
Friends. You know, your friend wouldn't celebrate you being murdered, of course. But if they would celebrate.
Oh, this is the emotion. We're gonna have the emotional part of it.
Oh my God! Hold on. Let me find this. What do I got here? Yeah, we're gonna need
God,
this.
I've never prayed.
Let's go ahead.
Please strike me down now. If you ever cared for me, if you created me or whatever, strike me down now. So I can see the rest of this video, please.
An exact clone of you that wasn't you, that had all the same opinions, or some of the opinions that you have, they would celebrate that clone being murdered. You're not your friend. I'm friends with people who are friends with Charlie, and I see how they are.
Boo hoo hoo. All of a sudden, the meme lord is the grown-up in the room. All of a sudden, all those Kekistan memes, blackface memes, and edgy husband and all that shit, edgy Twitter memes and edgy Reddit shit, and your entire YouTube existence, all of a sudden, you're the grown-up in the room thinking about the free-floating hostility of the world. No self-reflection, none whatsoever. You've just got all of your prescriptions beaming out onto the world away from yourself when they're you turned up the heat to this. You created the very type of fucking tongue-in-cheek whisper the quiet part and pretend the loud part meme culture shit. You took part in it. You were there at its birth and you're still one of its stewards. So quit acting like you're going to shed a tear. We all know that wasn't going to fucking happen. Not with that eye makeup. It's too perfect. You can't ruin that mid video.
I mean, clearly, Paul, every night, every day, just crying.
But I'll be goddamned if she's not going to pretend like she's barely holding back. Oh, fuck you little goblin.
Completely broken about this. Seeing them like this, and then at the same time, my other friends posting shit like, "Rip Bozo." It's just sick. It's just sick shit. Personally, I would rather live in a world full of Charlie Kirks who would sit down and debate than a world full of people.
We know. There's the quiet part. She would rather the whole world be white Christian men. No shit. No shit.
I can't believe it. Shocking.
Who agree with me, but would murder people who don't. Because if it's now normalized to just murder people who disagree with you politically,
it's not.
It's not. It's fucking not. It's fucking
nobody of any note or power on the left did any type of tap dancing on Charlie Kirk's grave. You're just butthurt because meme lords did the exact same thing that you would do if Ilhan Omar was smoked tomorrow or somebody else. One of your leftist boogeymen got capped tomorrow. You'd be doing the same fake outrage, tongue-in-cheek, celebratory chant.
Imagine. Oh yeah. God, the fucking right would have a fucking field.
Oh, yeah, if AOC got murked or something, the right would literally shit itself with glee. The hypocrisy would be immediate. This little Muppet would be making memes and celebrating and all that shit. So this fake-ass performative bullshit, don't read anymore. And I hope it stops reading with the average person because it's retarded.
we don't have a society. Like, that's it. it's over. But some of these people in particular, like, why the fuck are you celebrating? You. They think you're a fucking Nazi too. They'll make a nice compilation of all the hot takes.
Because I don't, maybe because there are things, I can't believe I'm the one that's going to say this. There are things in this world bigger than my fucking gargantuan fucking ego. Who gives a shit? If someone fucking wants to dance on my fucking grave, you know what? That person still deserves fucking health care. That person still deserves a good fucking job and time off and all of the things that are fucking necessary to have a cogent society. Even if they fucking hate me. Because I'm not the center of the universe like apparently you are. Fucking wretch.
Dude, TJ.
What a fucking stupid fucking bitch.
I told you.
Fuck this dumb whore. Fuck this narcissistic, egomaniacal fucking tumor on the face of the goddamn earth.
Yeah, she's
dude, for fucking TJ had to make we live in a society argument.
Fuck me, dude. Look what you've brought me to.
Dude,
my whole
crazy.
shtick is that I'm a giant egomaniac that don't give a shit and just says burn it all. And you've got me making social compact arguments about how there's things more important than myself. Fuck you.
Wow. We've gone to a dark place. I mean, that is like a dark place for TJ to go. Dude, for TJ to be, dude, that is so true. For you to be the fucking voice of reason is just like, that blows my, like, I'm honestly astounded. I'm not even fucking joking.
What a fucking colostomy bag.
No, don't. You know what? At least a colostomy bag serves a use.
Purpose.
Yeah, it catches a fucking person's shit that doesn't have a colon. Yeah, so what does she do?
Yeah,
she fans the flames. She profits on the fucking death and disease and division, and then as soon as something happens to her side, she comes weeping with hat in hand, acting like she's from the side that's rational and compassionate, and it's just garbage, fucking goblin behavior. And it's incredibly common. Many such cases. Many such cases.
There's still more.
You've had over the years and spread it around to justify your murder. You don't get it, do you? We are all Charlie Kirk.
Oh, God.
Fuck off with that
Oh,
shit.
my God. That wretched cliche. We're all Charlie Kirk.
I am not fucking Charlie Kirk. I don't care if we share a last name. Bull the shit. No.
I love the editing on that, too. Pulling tight on me when I say this one, because this is going to be the headline right here.
Powerful.
This is
We are Charlie Kirk. It's like fucking like, oh my God.
Is my Independence Day speech. We're going to live on. We're going to survive today.
I've been doing this for 11 years. I have been harassed, doxxed, threatened, whatever, you name it, for 11 years by the left.
Welcome to the internet.
Yeah, that's great.
An inch, because that's not how politics works. That's lunch table politics. I've talked about this before. People on your side being mean to you doesn't mean you overnight change your opinions on, like, healthcare. It doesn't work that way. I still have all my economic left opinions. I'm for strong social safety nets, workers' rights, unions, wealth caps, whatever.
But I also just would love a world where people don't believe in any of those things.
Yeah, we're all Charlie Kirk, and I actually went to Toilet Paper USA. I went to their conferences, and I thought it was great. People that hold all the values antithetical to what you're talking about, who would be totally against all of those positions, but they're cool.
So you would rather live in a world full of Charlie Kirks who don't believe in any of the stuff you just listed than live in a world full of fucking leftists who are fucking occasionally bad actors, even though you already live in a world where the right are disproportionately bad actors?
Yep.
Okay.
That has not changed. This is not me leaving the left because, frankly, I don't even know how to do that. This is me.
You just say, I'm leaving the left, and you're gone.
I'm not. Look.
Let me help you out. I am ShoeOnHead, and I hate the left, and I love the right.
Well, no.
I'm leaving the left.
No.
Bye.
Well, then she can't pander to one side or the other. You see, that doesn't work.
Right, because then
graph.
she can't pivot. The next time the zeitgeist shifts, she can't be like, I'm with these guys.
Well, and it's also not really that.
She is the ultimate fence rider. I guarantee if Goat versus Fish asked her who the fuck she was, she would choose fence.
Yeah,
she's not taking a side. She just wants to lean in whatever side has got power that day.
And as we know from economic populism, most of the positions she just espoused are popular. I mean, on both sides, really. So it's not even like she's like taking much of a stand. Yet again, just the enlightened centrist.
And many people looking around us at our so-called allies and realizing that even though we might share some like political opinions, we fundamentally do not have the same values or morals. And are we
I love how political opinions, like political issues that affect the entire populace of this country, are just hand waved away because, like, okay, free healthcare, yeah, that would help millions of people and stuff, and better jobs and better pay and all that stuff. That would help millions of people. But God damn it, I just don't like the way they were mean to Charlie Kirk after he died.
Yeah,
so
their morals and values are just not, or they're not aligned with mine.
Because political opinions, that's not what matters. What matters is, did you fucking shed a tear?
Well, and by the way, conflating with the celebratory reactions with that's the only reaction she saw. There's been plenty of milk toast. I'm very sorry, but that doesn't rate for anything. That doesn't mean anything.
I mean, we saw Bernie Sanders' reaction the other day. Political violence is never good, bad stuff.
Yeah, but you can't.
My heart goes out. Blah blah blah.
So speaking of Bernie, did you guys read that limp cock op-ed after the fact? He's been spinning the whole time, going, "Israel has a right to defend itself."
Yeah,
maybe it should calm down a little bit, but I do believe fundamentally it has a right. And now that the whole place is a parking lot and everybody's starving or dead.
Genocide. Oh, yeah. Well, okay. Yes, it's a genocide. Okay. Yeah. Oh, all right. I'll say it now.
It's like Bernie for being a day late and $1 short. You just an institutional cuck now in your old age. Congratulations.
really allies if we agree on like taxes, but don't agree on the sanctity of human life?
You don't agree with them on the sanctity of human life because someone who agreed on the sanctity of human life would support the social measures that you've already, I mean, you claim to support, but apparently you really don't, because at the end of the day, you're willing to choose performative sadness about Charlie Kirk over those substantive issues that would actually improve people's lives.
Also, yet again, conflating some celebration about one extremely divisive figure with the sanctity. They're just bloodthirsty psychopaths. They don't care about any human life. They'd kill their own child if it got them $1.
I don't know. The way we view death now is just crazy. And I feel like a lot of that has to do with the desensitization, in part thanks to the internet. You used to have to go out of your way to see gore and stuff like that. And now you're just scrolling through Twitter and you see someone set on fire.
I don't know if I get that read, but I can kind of see it, I guess.
Someone gets stabbed on a train. And when someone like Charlie dies, it's not even real to people anymore. Like, it's like a movie or a show. Oh, that character died? Good. I hated that character. Like, no, that was a real human being with a family and kids, actually.
Anyone say that Charlie Kirk was a character?
She's just saying that they're treating it
no,
like
I
that,
understand.
I guess,
I understand the comparison. That you don't. Yeah, you have a parasocial relationship. You don't know these people. You're just vicariously watching it. Okay, fine, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was someone's son. The internet has turned real people into nothing but cartoon characters that
You mean like you've spent the entire
Like you?
fucking video turning every leftist into a cartoon character? You mean like that? Kind of like that? Like that way? They do that? The internet does? That you're not part of because you're above it all, even though you're doing that very thing you say you don't like in this video constantly, nonstop, the entire runtime of the video? Like that kind of stuff? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
disappear when you close an app. I remember for years people would be like, oh, when you have kids, you'll change your mind on XYZ. And I was like, no, that's not going to happen. No. And they were right. Almost overnight, you stop being so selfish, nihilistic.
You stop being selfish. You stop being fucking selfish. A person that's plastered their face all over the internet for ever now, dude, for fucking over a decade. You're gonna stop being selfish. I'm waiting for the fucking day.
I already have talked about your selfishness earlier in this video. I don't think I need to reiterate those points, but you are not post-selfishness ShoeOnHead. I'm sorry.
No one is really.
You stop having utopian fantasies of wanting to live in a post-capitalist society. And all
Oh, so yet
okay.
again, you start being practical and realistic like I am.
Okay, good stuff.
All you want is for the world to be safe, for the world to be safe and normal. And all that matters is your family and your.
What does that mean? Safe and normal. Safe, obviously, that we can define that something. But what does normal mean? What does normal mean, ShoeOnHead? You're going to define any of these things? No, you're just going to liberally pass that over. Oh, we want the world to be safe and normal.
Your community, and then your country, and then
translation for you just do really well. You basically stop giving a shit about the world around you, and you just want to make sure you're okay. That's what it seems the only thing you care about.
The world, you know? But we can't save the world. You can't. But you can save the people around you. You can't say to these people who are celebrating this and justifying this, you can't say, what if that was your dad or your brother getting killed for their opinions, because they've already cut those people off.
The killer didn't.
What?
The shooter clearly did not cut those people off from his life.
God, yes, some people have done that.
We've already gone over that point, but like there's vacation photos of them together very recently. He went to his father after the attack. He was very concerned about the fate of his grandfather's
there was
gun.
someone on Reddit that said
he was actually more, if you believe the text that came out, he was more concerned about his father being upset about losing his grandfather's gun than he was about being caught by the authorities.
The irony of bitching about being terminally online while going, oh, all these people have cut ties with their relatives. Like, that shit you see online. Yeah, I'm not saying no one's done that. Oh, my dad's a MAGA guy. I'll never talk to him again.
I mean, my parents are MAGA. I haven't cut off ties. Yeah. Right? Paul's dad is MAGA. He hasn't cut off ties.
Yeah, we don't agree.
No one here has cut off ties with their family over political disagreements. And the shooter that you're talking about did not cut off ties to his family over political disagreements.
Even if you believe he was a leftist, you're like, oh, he was a leftist. He didn't. What now?
They've already cut those people off out of their lives. And posting videos and pictures of Charlie's wife and young kids will not move these people at all, because they hate their lives. They hate their families. They are atomized.
They hate their lives and they hate their families. Suck citation needed. So just yet again, a broad brush for the people.
Pulled it out of my scrawny little Muppet ass.
They hate their lives. They cut their parents off. It's like you've just stereotyped everyone you disagree with.
Right
you
after
have no
saying,
fucking proof. You have no evidence.
Right after saying, by the way, not to turn people into cartoon characters. So.
Of course, yeah. Yet again, whoa, what does it matter with ShoeOnHead? You don't have to fucking think 2 sentences ahead, TJ. Why would you have to do that in your script?
Is she really this dumb and inconsistent, or is a grift? Why not both?
Yeah.
Bug people. They are the unfortunate product of modern society, and I feel bad for them. I do. I pity
Yeah, thanks. You can take your pity and shove it up your ass.
them, and I wish I could help them.
You can't.
But I have Bugman fatigue. And for the people who will come at me in a blind rage with a list of all of Charlie.
What is Bugman fatigue? What does that mean?
Who knows?
We're bugs? After the don't reduce people to cartoon characters, everyone's bugs now that you don't like. Well, you know what?
Bugman.
If I'm a fucking bug, you're a fucking feature of the system that butts everybody constantly on the daily. So
Charlie Kirk's biggest hits to convince me that I should hate him and should not mourn him. If you thought what Charlie Kirk said is wrong, you could have debated him. He was one of the few people left.
Yeah, we did. I mean, I never debated him one-on-one. We debated him constantly. So
fake, weak little 1 HP voice to try and cover for the fact that her eyes ain't even misty, bro. She didn't fucking squeeze a single tear for Charlie.
Yeah,
Kirk.
would you ever identify the condition of this person as sad?
No.
From this still right here?
No.
Willing to do that, and now he's gone. Charlie was a fan of free speech, but I'm
No, he wasn't.
worried whoever comes after Charlie won't be.
You're not worried about that at all?
Even from a political standpoint, not even a personal human standpoint, why are you celebrating the most popular college Gen Z political pundit dying? Why are you celebrating him becoming
Because
a martyr?
if he was the most popular left-wing Gen Z political pundit and ate a bullet, you and your side would be doing cartwheels and shooting off guns in the air and celebration and all that shit. So let's not pretend you don't understand what's going on. Now that you and your ilk did your part creating the environment we're all living in, the living nightmare, you guys all can't step back and go like, oh, gee whiz, what happened to us? Like, you. You're the last person I would ever go to for the what have we become speech, you dumb bitch. You know exactly what we've become. A soulless pit that just sucks ad dollars down it and buys 19th century dresses with it. That's what it seems like you are. Because you.
Well, she just said it. She just said it, Paul. Just basically she'll give up every civil liberty, every right, because she has kids and she wants to live in a safe world where she can make lots of money. That's
well,
it.
good. Then I tell you what, let's instead of doing this fake 1 HP shit where you pretend to squeeze a tear, let's start talking turkey about balkanizing. All right? Let's talk about the West going its own way and the Midwest deciding whether it wants to be South or West, and they can come with us if they want or not. Let's just start talking about it, because you're right. You're right about one thing, Shoe. I'm starting to believe that people like you are incompatible with people like me entirely. Our worldview, our ethic, our just like ability to debase ourselves is in such like unbalance that I agree. It's time to cut ties. So let's start talking about that. Quit this fake culture war shit. Quit this online only boo-hoo-hoo. Not everybody cut off their MAGA fucking family members, you retard. That's online shit. And let's start talking turkey, because I agree. It's incompatible at this point. So you guys get all the welfare states and we'll get the 4th largest economy in the world, and you can fuck off and be a little breeder in your little Christian hellhole utopia where every one of your civil liberties has been fucked so that you can be fucked.
So you don't want your MAGA family dead because they're not very famous? Yep, that's what we said. Thanks for the money.
Young male vote, all the liberal Joe Rogans in the world are not fixing this. I just hope for the sake of this country that political violence does not become normalized, does not become a thing.
It has been for a long time.
History book.
Yeah,
there are words. There are these things inside of it called words, right? And you read those words, and those words will inform you about the entire history of this country, and you will realize the insipidness of that.
By the way, where's your video about the 2 legislators in Minnesota that were killed by a right-wing nut job?
Oh, I'm sure she made a few.
Where's that? Yeah. Oh, yeah. We just didn't pull that one. Okay, maybe next show we can cover that shoe in the head.
Yeah, we'll
video.
take a look at that one next time.
Yeah, like these people are sick. Part 1. I guess it's part 2, maybe, or maybe that's those people are sick or something. Maybe he had a different title.
Yeah.
I really don't want to see that happen. I don't want to see retaliation. I don't want to see us fall into a civil.
Man, I really hope that this country that was founded on violence and has been through a civil war and has political violence strewn throughout its history.
Our country was founded on political violence. Exactly
doesn't become politically violent all of a sudden. That would be a shame.
Well, then she won't be nice and safe anymore, TJ.
Gotta be safe.
War. I don't know. This has all been
not safety in general for everybody.
No, just her.
As long as ShoeOnHead's safe, that's the only thing.
The only thing that matters. Yeah.
Extremely blackpilling. I think I'm gonna take a break from politics. I don't know. I'm a YouTuber. Like
that would be so sad. Please don't.
Yeah, please take a break.
We need your opinions now more than ever.
A permanent break from politics, please.
Like I'm not a political pundit, right? I'm not. My goal here, my purpose here is to entertain.
Whatever, bro. This is what I'm talking about. The rebrand is in full effect. Shoe is not a political commentator now. Then what are you, sweetie? What are you? You got a fucking flag behind you. What are you? What have you been? Let's look at your channel. Sydney Sweeney, the male loser epidemic, the dark truth behind you said. You're not blame the voters. You're not a political pundit. I'm just reading your most fucking recent videos here, lady. You want me to keep going?
No, I think the point has been made.
America's in shambles. The war on normal guys. The Twitch thought epidemic. See what I mean? Like you're telling me these aren't political issues, and they're not a right-wing political opinion here.
No, absolutely not. No, of course not.
To make people laugh. That is what I'm going to do. That is what I will continue to do. The news cycle will move on. The world will move on. Charlie Kirk's kids won't move on.
No, they will, you dumb bitch. They actually will move on. That's what happens when a tragedy happens in people's lives. Yeah, they move on from it. They do. They go on with their lives. They find a way to go forward, and Charlie Kirk's kids will too.
I mean,
his daughter won't.
The weird thing to me was, I'm going to continue to make people laugh. I hope you're not saying you're a comedian. Please, just don't even go there.
Yeah, there's nothing funny about what
I mean, like, I've never seen ShoeOnHead say a even on accident funny thing or tweet.
Move on. His daughter does not have a dad anymore.
Yeah.
And that fucking sucks. That sucks. I don't know what else to say. I love you guys. Thank you for listening to my crash out. If you're new here, my videos usually are not like this. They're actually nothing like this. They have music in the back. They're fun. They're goofy. Things are just not fun and goofy right now. But I promise you the next video will be.
Okay, good. Can't wait for it. Thank you so much, ShoeOnHead.
Boo.
Videos I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
dude.
that was the worst video I've ever seen in my life. Period.
Fuck, dude. And we, guys, we did the whole thing.
Yep.